Ciao ragazzi!
Hi guys!
Today is a new video. Today is the most important visit ever because Amore, what are we doing today?
Today is our anatomy scan. I will be 20 weeks officially in
Tomorrow.
a day and a half.
Yeah, day and a half,
A day and a
Saturday.
half.
Yeah.
So they schedule our anatomy scan, which if you don't know, that's the big scan where they go in and it's extra long ultrasound where they measure all the organs, fingers, the spine, the brain, the liver, all that stuff to make sure everything's developed
Correctly. So it's a big visit. How are you feeling? Like, do you feel
I'm feeling very nervous.
a little bit nervous? So...
I mean, a lot of people get excited because you get really good pictures of the baby and they look like a baby.
Oh, really?
Because, you know, earlier they kind of
Yes.
look like a baby.
So that now this is the time where we see the baby, really see baby.
I think so, but I'm more just like, I want everything to be okay.
Yes.
I don't care about the pictures.
Okay, dai ragazzi, we jump in and let's see how this baby it is.
Let's go.
Little heart fluttering here in the middle. Moving around already. Little feet are way over here to the side, like towards your back almost. So it's not really head up or head down today, it's more so transverse. So sideways in there. Doesn't really matter. Lots of time for him to got both feet just for a second, each of them, but we did. And we have all of our toes. Alright, that is all you get. Does not like being pushed on. Like all the bones in his little arms. Now he's like pushed his head way over here to the side and his feet are way down here now.
all the way over here
Yeah. And your placenta is more so like in the back, kind of wraps up over here on the right side, so you probably feel him a pretty good bit.
A little pressure.
Yeah. Refuses to roll over to show anything else though.
Okay, Amore, the ultrasound is finished. How you feeling? Like
I'm a little bit relieved.
relief, right? So now you're eating a little bit nausea.
It's always a relief when they say, okay, there's
Everything
heart,
is good.
Everything's okay.
Everything was good. It is just he try to make the picture to the face.
Yeah.
The face, we cannot get the face,
He
ragazzi.
would not go in profile so that they couldn't see his little face, but everything else they were able to get, which I'm glad. So we do have to come back again.
For the face,
The face,
yes.
but
Because he have the hand. Show how is the hand. Yeah, this. It is like this. I laugh. I said, well, every baby, I think I have the hand like this, but he's like, he's
this
like
is
that.
this and not like a middle finger.
Yeah, or something like that. So yeah, so like I said, no pictures. So now we need to just see what is the plan. Okay, ragazzi, the visit is finished. The baby's great, amazing, so good. But it's not the Pazzinis if it's nothing gonna happen. So Amore, what happened?
So, last night, and we didn't tell you this, guys, before we went in because we wanted to see what happened first. Last night, I had a small bleeding. So, as you know, I've already had a couple times in the first trimester where I had spotting. It was more like pinkish and then it turned to brown. Last night, I did have like bright red bleeding, but it was light. But I wasn't having any pain with it, and then it tapered off after a couple of hours. We decided, since I was already scheduled for the anatomy scan, we'd wait to go in today. When they did the anatomy scan, they showed that I do have placenta previa, which, if you're not familiar with what that means, it means that the placenta covers the cervix. So if this is your uterus and then down here you've got the cervix, the placenta covers the opening of the cervix, and this can cause bleeding. So it makes sense why I had the bleeding.
But it's not the only problem that this placenta previa is make. So what is the actual problem?
Well, the baby can't come out if the placenta is blocking the cervix.
So you pretty much, the chances that you do a C-section, but it's not only to do the C-section. If you think about it, oh well, guys, if it's just a C-section, I know it's tough, but
unfortunately, it comes with additional complications such as the risk for hemorrhaging, intense bleeding, and preterm labor. Now, you might ask, is it fully covering the cervix? Is it just partial? It is right now fully covering but it's not the entire placenta. The end of, I think, like the last third of the placenta is fully covering the cervix. So she gave us a 50-50 chance of it resolving on its own. We just don't know if as my uterus gets bigger, if it will move out of the way of the cervix and I'll be able to reduce the risks and we can try a vaginal delivery, or it'll stay where it is and we'll definitely have to have a planned C-section, which will happen, I think she said 3 weeks before the due date. So that would be sometime in mid-April, I think.
So pretty much you need to imagine this placenta is like this, and then maybe with this expansion can move and go little up like this so that the baby can come out. But it's 50-50 right now. So it is like...
We'll have another scan in 4 weeks
so
to
2 months.
see if it's moved at all, and then another scan 4 weeks after that.
Yeah, 1 month, another month, but after 2 months, you're gonna know.
She said if it hasn't shown any movement by then, confident that it won't move. If it shows that it's moved some at 28 weeks, then she might watch it a little bit more. It's just gonna depend on what we see. Right now, I've been put on pelvic rest and just trying to avoid any intense movements or intense exercise. I'm able to walk. She okayed me doing yoga. We just have to be careful because, again, the risk of bleeding is there, especially because I've already had some bleeding. We know that it's there, and we don't want it to bleed more.
For who is not familiar with this, you need to try to avoid every single bad movement or pushment or something to the placenta is right there. So you don't want to disturb the placenta right there. So you need to avoid everything to make this placenta like disrupt, like broken up.
We want it to be
you need to chill. You want it to chill the ride. You want to just stay there, like in the cruise, just the ride, and don't do nothing, pretty much.
The funny thing is, she said, with IVF, you obviously have a lot of restrictions when you're going through the IVF transfer and everything. She's like, when I said, we can lift some of the restrictions now and you can have more freedom. Well, I'm pulling it back. We're putting back the restrictions. So
the restriction is back and everything. We are like this, doesn't matter what. It's not that we are doing like you doing a marathon or other thing. It's we need to keep to be chill right now, anyway. So
that's not too different, but
it's not too different. It's a little bit concerning.
You have a little bit of like anxiety because you don't want bleeding and you don't want heavy bleeding, and you want to get baby all the way to as far as possible. I mean, ideally, the best thing would be that the placenta moves out of the way, and then this whole thing is gone, which does happen for a lot of people, but the chances go lower when it's a complete coverage, unfortunately.
You just imagine we were super happy to do this anatomy scan. We punched with this new information.
We have to remember, though, baby is looking amazing. All of his organs and everything looked so good, so we just want to keep that going. And that means that even with the placenta previa, the placenta is doing its job and he's getting everything he needs.
All the nutrients, yes.
He's in the 43rd percentile for growth, which is really good. And I think that they said his heart rate was like 149 today.
Yeah, I don't remember, so I don't want to say.
Well, it was
they said everything was perfect, So, but then
and
it's hard to remember everything.
Because then it was kind of overshadowed by the placenta.
Yeah, the placenta ruined a little bit the day, because for one time we need to be just enjoy the moment, and now we have back to till on the way to be restricted.
We have to have something going on the whole time,
Ma io dico, ma la fortuna dov'è dalla mia parte? Where is my lucky? Where is the luck? I need quadrifogli. Regalatemi the quadrifogli.
It's so funny because I was also just recently, because now that my abdomen has expanded, And my big laparotomy scar from my first endometriosis surgery, I have like a vertical scar about this big, going up and down like this. It's starting to feel kind of tight, and so I was looking for advice on what to do for that.
The advice it is.
I even said, like, I'm so curious about my laparotomy, because obviously they cut through everything up until the uterus.
Mm-hmm.
How that compares to a C-section experience. Like, I want to know if it's similar or not. So I was just curious, just for like my own curiosity, not because I thought that I'd have to have a C-section or something, but now I'm like, oh wait, now that is quite a possibility.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm trying not to think too much about it until we get a little closer. Right now, my goal is to prevent bleeding and to get us at least to the 28-week mark so we can see where we are. And then we can look further than that.
I believe we're not gonna bleed.
Yeah.
I think yesterday
was just a fluke.
A fluke event. Okay.
Fun fluke.
Yes.
Now Alessio's being over the top cautious with me. He won't let me even open a door. And I'm like, I think I'm okay.
It was too heavy.
I think it's okay. But yeah. Well, the good thing is, at least it's winter, so you don't really want to go out and do much.
Who knows?
It is weird just to imagine, like, having to have a planned C-section. Like, that never really even was on my radar. I was planning mentally.
We'll try to mentally do the natural birth.
And then obviously plan if there was a C-section at that point.
At that point, what was the plan? Right now, it looks like we're planning. We'll see in 2 months, but it is this 50-50 chance. It is most probably if something lucky for one time coming to us, it's more probably we're gonna plan. Thinking right now with the C-section, plan it. Like they explained to us, they said, ragazzi, it's much better plan it, cannot plan it.
Because you've got everything you need
there. It is all the team, it is everybody there.
There's
instead
no rushing.
To say, oh, so you need a call, and then it's just timing. There's how they told us, feel great, respect.
Yeah.
A C-section, no plan.
I will say I do have a little bit of my own disappointment. Like I said, I was open to whatever would happen with the birth plan, but I had always envisioned getting to experience some portion of the laboring process. Even if it ended up in a C-section, I had envisioned, feeling contractions and laboring to some extent. So the thought of not getting to do that is a little bit disappointing. I'm a little sad. I'm trying not to obviously me and baby being safe and here healthy and here in one piece is the number one, but it's like, man, I really wish I could experience what it feels like. I'm just curious about the process and everything.
It's a little bit of sadness, ragazzi.
My sister
From here
said,
and there, yeah.
My sister said, you've already experienced enough pain with endometriosis. Just don't even worry
well,
about it.
I agree with your sister. So I didn't have to experience more pain.
She's like, don't worry about it.
I just I'm gonna pray every day, single day, to every day no see blood, and then to be scared all the time, because still halfway.
Right now the big milestone is to get to 24 weeks. And then we push the milestone further, and we push the milestone.
And then with this thing, remember, in towards the end, it is bleeding could be more worse than now. So maybe right now we don't experience it, but then more you go close to the delivery, because the dilatation.
My blood flow is more.
And then the dilatation from that area.
Yeah.
So make more. So ragazzi, this is it. If you have any story to tell us, the positive story, comment down.
Positive story.
If you have a negative story, just ignore
it. Keep it.
Don't comment. We want just positivity. Okay.
So we're praying that everything goes well.
Go well, and then that's it.
And as always, we'll keep updating.
Un bacio a tutti. Ciao ragazzi. Ciao ciao.